It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Browns' electric quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Browns and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full...
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Coe. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Coe. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. The Browns at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, They've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at the Steeler defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
23 yards the pickup there.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Coe. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200+ right now. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Coe. And that's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association.
He threw his league-best 35th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive, and they'll start here on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, Coe. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
That is caught, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage. So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Chubb running right.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now a 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg. Coe. And he's got it. And he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
He's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Coe. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hudson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. He's still barreling through. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the victory as his guys pushed their record up to 8-3 on the year. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. The Chargers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they trail the visiting Cowboys at halftime. Brandon Cooks, a touchdown catch in that first half.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cooper. And he's brought down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Coe. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Fighting him off. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, Coe. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
The signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Been a good leadership and a good distributor. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Coe. Throw left side complete. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They go up the middle with Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
But that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
On 1st and 10, Coe. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give. This is Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
151 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Cleveland, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos.
Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.
Hey, can we get that music turned up?
Total team effort today, guys.
Now that was some teamwork out there, fellas.
This is how we do it, boys. Let's get it again next week.